Hi guys, welcome to the Bounty Hunter Super Listing event. We're super excited to have you guys here, and finally we have arrived at this very special day. My name is Fiona Low and I'm the Chief Communication Officer at Bounty Hunter. So today we're going to have a live AMA session where we will be speaking with the management team of Bounty Hunter, and you can take this opportunity to ask them any questions that you might have. And we're also doing a giveaway for 5,000 USDC to 10 very lucky winners. So if you want to be one of them, stick with us and find out how you can do so later. So you might be thinking, what is Bounty Hunter? Now, Bounty Hunter is a GameFi ecosystem that helps gamers to make money from gaming. In fact, we started doing this in 2017 via esports tournaments before GameFi or play to earn were a thing. And our mission is to be the de facto platform for gamers to discover and invest into crypto gaming and metaverse projects. Now, our goal is to become the largest esports and gaming GameFi ecosystem in the whole of Southeast Asia, where we'll educate and bring on board millions of Web2 gamers into Web3 games. And now, let's take a look at a video about how Bounty Hunter works.
Are you tired of losing money in crypto? Trying to understand more about crypto play to earn, but not sure where or how to do it? Introducing Bounty Hunter, a pioneering GameFi ecosystem that pays you cryptocurrencies and NFTs without risking your capital. Established in 2017, Bounty has raised 3.3 million US dollars to date and has been growing rapidly with more than 250,000 gamers, organized 3,000 tournaments, and paid out 300,000 US dollars in prize pool. Head over to bountyhunter.io to discover an array of exciting crypto games and kickstart your journey into the gaming metaverse. So what are you waiting for? Simply buy and stake Bounty to qualify for our attractive and interesting quests to earn. Check out Bounty Hunter and grab your bounty rewards today.
Now, as you've seen from the short video, we have 250,000 gamers registered on our platform, bounty.io. We've facilitated more than 3,000 tournaments and gave away $300,000 in prize money. But of course, throughout these 5 years, there were lots of ups and downs, but it has led us to today. And we also ended up being this missing piece of the puzzle in the GameFi ecosystem. And as we were speaking to the VCs, launchpads, games and guilds, what we eventually bring GameFi to the next level is essentially the mass stream adoption by the gamers. And we're super glad to have a long list of backers and partners who are on this mission with us. They're helping us to grow our community from 250,000 to 2.5 million and possibly 250 million in the future. And we're also super proud to already have cash flow positive after bringing in $300,000 in revenue in the past couple of months. Now, the Bounty team will continue to execute at the highest possible standards and bringing you many ways for you to make money from gaming. So it's time for our giveaway. We're giving out 5,000 USDC to 10 very lucky winners. So here's how you can go about doing it. Number 1, follow us on our Twitter account. Number 2, follow our Telegram group. And number 3, you have to purchase $50 worth of Bounty tokens and then attach your wallet address for proof of transaction on our gleam.io. So the announcement of the winners will be held on 15th of April 2022. So good luck and all the best to you guys. So without further ado, it's time for our AMA live session. And we're going to speak to the founders of Bounty Hunter, so you can take this opportunity to ask any questions about the Bounty Hunter projects. Hey guys, welcome to the AMA session for the Bounty Hunter Super Listing event. Thank you all so much for being here with us this morning. We're super excited. So for this segment, I will be chatting with the management team of Bounty Hunter, and you guys can also take this opportunity to ask all of us any questions that you might have about Bounty Hunter. So today I have with me here Lexna, Chief Executive Officer. Hi Lex. And I also have with me Desmond Tan, Chief Business Development Officer of Bounty Hunter. Hey, Des. And we have Ryan Quack, Chief Operating Officer. And of course, we have our computer whiz, Andre, the Chief Technical Officer. Hey, Andre. So today we're going to be launching into some questions about Bounty Hunter, its projects, what it's been up to, and also to find out a little bit more about the team. So without further ado, I'm going to be shooting off some questions that I already have here, okay? So I've got my first question here. Will you say your platform is hack-proof? And what security measures have you put in place to forestall threats? Oh, this is a very good first question to kick off of our AMA. And I think for that, the best person to answer this question is Andre. So please take it away.
Hi, Fiona. Thanks, Fiona. Yeah. Morning, guys. So, yeah, I think to answer the questions, Lex and I, we've been running agencies for a couple of years. So we are quite experienced to begin with in terms of the security. But I think in terms of audits, we seek external help for our audit and for token and staking contract as well, so that our application is validated by professionals to be safe. And I think by the end of the month, we'll also post the audit reports on our wiki. And so far, we've been passing it with flying colors from the auditors.
Super awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Andre. And of course, that will definitely put our minds at ease with all these auditing checks. And, now that we've got that out of the way, I believe all of you guys are curious to find out a little bit more about the team, right? So, we have a short intro about the team and our background. This is actually a multi-part question, okay? Super long. So, intro of the team, advisor background, who's behind Bounty Hunter? Legit question. Who is the advisor of Bounty Hunter? And, do they have any experience in the blockchain world? And how many years has it been for you guys in the blockchain world? So I think the best person to take this question will be none other than Ryan.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, I think I'll deal with the first part of the question first, because that's the simplest one. We'll start off with the founder and CEO of Bounty, Lex. So for those who don't know, interesting fact about him, when he was a young 16-year-old, he was ranked as high as 8th in the world for Warcraft 3 back in early 2000. But of course, we all know that it didn't used to pay as well as today. So he decided to put his skills in IT to good use, and actually started several e-commerce businesses in Singapore and successfully sold them. And then I can move on to Desmond, our Chief Business Development Officer. He started carving out his professional career in business development, working at several digital advertisement agencies. I think ultimately he could not pass up the opportunity to combine work and his passion in gaming when he was invited by Lex in 2017 to head up the BD team in Bounty. As for Andre, our CTO, he's originally from Surabaya, Indonesia, but he's actually sitting in the same office as us today in Singapore, so that's awesome. While he's obviously a computer science wizard, he actually went to the same school in Singapore as Lex in his younger years, so there's already some early relationships built up very early on. But after he completed his studies, he went back to Surabaya 8 years ago to start up his own tech agency, and we're very, very pleased that he's now able to join us in this exciting journey at Bounty. As for me, the less said, the better, but I'm the COO of Bounty. I do the boring stuff in Bounty. My description in my company Slack profile is I connect the dots. So essentially, my job is to make sure everything is working as planned across our 40-person team spread across Singapore and Indonesia. So that forms the introduction, or that completes the introduction of the team based in Singapore as well as Indonesia.
Thanks so much for sharing us more about the team, Ryan. Now, of course, I think that everybody's curious to know who is the advisor of Bounty Hunter, and does he or she have any experience in the blockchain world? Maybe Ryan, you can share with us more about that.
Actually, this answer probably will be best managed by Desmond. So I'll hand it over to Desmond to take this part.
Sure, I'll take that. Hi guys, good morning. I'm Desmond here. Very happy, before we begin to go into details, I think very happy to be seated in front of the screen with everyone else to go through this very memorable event. I think we have been preparing this for a long time. I would say probably like 5 years. No, but in actual fact, we took the last 4 months to prepare for this event. So I'm very happy that we have done a successful launch thus far. Obviously, the proof is in the pudding. We're going to see what happens after this. But back to the questions on advisor. So we have a couple of advisors, 3 in fact. First, we have Bogdan. So Bogdan is a serial private investor and backer. He has founded his own company 6 years ago and very active in the crypto and business scene. We met him through Gentleness Capital, and he has been connecting us with several other projects that has brought us either brand awareness or revenue. So I think Bogdan is one of the key person. Another one was, as a company, is Project Oasis. So I think Project Oasis is backed by FS, the Dreamer, who is also the co-founder of Project Oasis. And they were founded about 2 years ago. And under the leadership of FS, well, Project Oasis, they achieved 44x, of their, during their PGE at their all-time high. And they have worked with experienced industry leaders such as Starter, Paid Network, and several other crypto members as well. So Project Oasis helped us a lot in this journey, introducing us to relevant partners, relevant launch pads, and also relevant KOL. So we also launched on the Project Oasis launch pads called Ola. So guys, if you are looking to this, check out Project Oasis. Fantastic project, fantastic group of people. And obviously, the last one we have is also Infinity Pad. Infinity Pad consists of 2 biggest crypto TikTokers, along with 2 other heavyweights crypto influencers. They have more than a total of 100 million views on all influencer channels. Well, I think most importantly, Infinity Pad, they gave us access to more than 300,000 Ethereum native users. So that has been a great boost in terms of our token sale performance as well. So I'll leave it there for now. I think there are a long list if we go into details, Fiona. So maybe I'll not divulge too much at this point of time. Back to you.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that with us. And to know that Bounty Hunter is being backed by advisors who are so experienced and who are also putting out great work in the industry is really, really heartening to hear that. And I also think that everyone is curious to know, right? For the team, how experienced are you guys with the world of blockchain? Maybe you can share more about that with us.
Sure, Fiona. I think this is a very interesting question. Maybe I'll give you a bit about our history. So Bounty Hunter didn't start off as, so on paper, we are 4.5 months old, but in fact, we are building on and living upon the experiences that we have had in the last 5 years. And in 2017, 2018, Bounty actually started pushing cryptocurrency into the esports market. So the initial value proposition we went out to the market was to host and run esports tournaments backed by cryptocurrency, right? What we found out then and what we learned back in 2018 during those times was the scene, even though had a lot of people talking about it. We found a lot of gamers signing up for the tournament. I recall it was the first tournament we ran was a Counter-Strike tournament, and we had a lot of players signing up. The response in Southeast Asia was overwhelming. But in that overwhelming response, we also found something that there was a challenge. The cashing of the prize money. We realized the winners had difficulty converting crypto into fiat because the infrastructure of the crypto for over-the-counter exchanges wasn't ready. So as a result of that, we kind of put that crypto piece on the back seat of the company. And we focus on just running esports tournaments, right? I think Lex was the most disappointed because Lex was such a big crypto fan. He invested, he got into the scene since 2012, when Bitcoin was at $300 or 200 USD. Lex, was that correct? Not sure. You can tell your story later, Lex. Yeah. So Lex was a huge disappointment because it was a huge disappointment for him because the scene wasn't ready. Oh, 2018, Lex. So I guess we over the last four to 5 years, we are focused on just running esports traditional tournaments, right, for the community gamers in Southeast Asia. And we're very happy that across these last 4 to 5 years, we have facilitated more than 3,000 esports tournaments. We have garnered more than 250,000 gamers on our platform as well, and facilitated more than 300,000 in a prize pool to different group of winners. So fast forward to last year, we saw basically how the GameFi scene was developing, especially in Southeast Asia. There was this game called Axie Infinity, which was leading the forefront, leading the charge. And a lot of Filipinos were moving on, getting crazy about this game, right? And then the team together, all of us, we sat down and say, hey guys, we started off being involved with crypto in blockchain, wanting to do something for the gamers to converge gaming and blockchain together. Well, we didn't do so because the market wasn't ready 4 or 5 years ago. But last year, I think that became a turning point for us. We said, hey, the market seems like they're all ready. So we began thinking as a team, how could we come in to then capitalize on this opportunity and also bring in our expertise. So after much discussion, we didn't exactly want to go down the path of being a game developer, launching our own game. Neither did we wanted to become a publisher as well. So eventually we said, okay, guys, let's lean on our experience as a tournament aggregator, tournament organizer. Let's organize tournaments, right? So that's what we are. So today, Bounty Hunter is a GameFi ecosystem accelerator. So basically, we come in, we speak to good Web3 projects. We help them to accelerate their gamers acquisition, their gamers retention. And the way we go about doing it, we have a 3-steps approach in which we take them from awareness to education and conversion to retention. All right. Obviously, if projects are interested, they can reach out to me separately after this session, and then we can have further discussion on that. But what we want to do here is to convert the 2.6, 2.7 billion gamers in Web2 to educate them and share them the power of Web3 gaming space, the play-to-earn space, and through Bounty Hunter to facilitate the conversion to this. And I think that's what's really needed in this time and age for many projects out there. Many IDO projects, GameFi projects, after they have successfully done an IDO, they struggle with actual use cases of gamers coming in to adopt their game. So the DAU suffers, the MAU suffers. I think that's something that we feel very passionate about. And over the last 4 to 5 years, we've done quite a bit in this space to be able to advise and help these different projects, right? So that's a bit of what we could do and experiences. Fiona, back to your questions about what we have done in this space, right? In terms of Bounty Hunter, I think there are other use cases that we can go deep dive into that. But I'll leave that as some airtime for Lex later on because I think he's been quite quiet for now. So maybe back to you first, Fiona.
Thanks, Desmond. I've heard that story about, how Bounty Hunter started and evolved into what we are today. And I still love hearing about that story so much. I think essentially the core of the team, right? We have massive hardcore gamers like Lex himself. Ryan is really into games as well. Desmond, you said maybe not too much because maybe right now you're a family man. But actually, you know what, guys? I want to direct your attention very quickly to the bottom of the screen. You can see in less than 30 seconds, actually, bounty tokens will be made available. All right, so guys, check that out. Okay, so coming back to the AMA, okay, because I got a lot more questions locked and loaded up. But before we bring Lex back in, right, Desmond, since I have you here with me, my next question is actually about the partnerships and VCs that has been involved with Bounty Hunter. So what would you say, or rather which partnership have we acquired? How much revenue have we generated from them? Is this a secret, or can we share? Please let us know.
I don't think it's a secret. I think we are perhaps at the right time, right place. But of course, I don't think the competitive edge can be there for long. So in the last 4 months, I think because of the teams, what we have done as a fundamental, the connections that we have built, and also the advisors that has helped us along the way as well. We've been connected to 50 over projects, and over the last 4.5 months, we have closed 8 projects. Basically, we have run several esports tournaments. We have run 16 esports tournaments in total, 10 in Indonesia, 6 in the Philippines. We have facilitated 5,000 over gamers through these 16 over tournaments, which are crypto-based esports tournaments, right? We have seen DeFi Warrior, we have seen Vmail, we have seen Project Oasis, Half DAO, League of Kingdoms. So these are just some of the names that you might be very familiar with. Very soon, in a few weeks' time, we're launching a massive Indonesian campaign with another GameFi project, one that many of the crypto gamers out there are very familiar with. You will definitely see it in the mass media. You'll see it in the gaming media as well. So I'll keep them in suspense for now. You'll definitely hear about it later on. But essentially, to encapsulate this whole 4.5 months, this amount of projects has also helped Bounty Hunter book in 300,000 USD in terms of revenue for this period of time. So we're very happy about that. I think secret sauce aside, what we're doing is just very simple approach, like what I mentioned earlier, to go to the gamers, to go to the projects, and bring gamers to Web3 projects and bring Web3 projects to gamers. As simple as that. Back to you, Fiona.
I've seen the way that Desmond gets in touch, or rather when he talks to our partners and VCs, right? I have to say that Desmond is a very charming person. And, I think you can really feel the passion from him. And that's why it's not difficult to onboard partners with Bounty Hunter, I feel. And every time when I see the team, I can just feel the passion and the spirit coming from within. But maybe Desmond, can you with just 1 or 2 sentences, show us your charm and tell us, how do we stand out from other projects?
Well, I don't think it's a me element. I think it's a team element, Fiona. You don't have to put it on top of me. I think it's no man's an island here. But I thank you for it. I'll buy you a good lunch after this. So I think the team's competitive advantage, guys, is really, we're not a new project. We're not a new IDO project with a newly minted team. I think what we have done across the last 4.5 years, 5 years, that experiences meant something for us, and it wasn't easy. I think Lex has been here the whole way through. He probably share a 2 hours story with you if he has time about the tribulations and the challenges we've gone through in the last 5 years. We faced all sort of issues from. Let's not go there. I think that's a story for another day. But that stories, that tribulations that we have gone through, the challenges has formed the basis of us as entrepreneurs. It has allowed us to mature from what we used to be 4 or 5 years ago to what it is today. And obviously with our COO, Ryan, coming in, he's joined us in the last 1 year, and also Andre. It helps to really formalize the structure from the top. And that gets everything going, and everything, and the team below just follows. So the idea that we're pushing out to the market is not revolutionary. I don't think it is, all right? But I think what is key here is execution. The execution that we have done, the experiences that we have garnered, that gave us an edge over other projects. And I think this space that we're seeing about helping gamers to bring them to Web3 games and vice versa. I don't think there's a lot of projects in this space that's doing that. And it takes a bit of skills and knowledge in both crypto gaming and also in esports to be able to do this marrying together. Back to you, Fiona.
Great sharing, Desmond. It's really lovely to hear from you. I think now it's time to bring our man Lex back onto the screen to say hi to everybody for the first time this morning. Hey Lex, how you doing?
Hey everyone, very excited. Sorry, I was busy adding liquidity to ApeSwap. I can see that the charts are actually moving right now. People are trading. Very excited time for us. It's almost like an IPO, right? Going public. And in this case, it's our tokens. So hopefully 3 to 5 years later, we can actually go public with our entity and go live on a public exchange, selling the stocks of our company.
That's really, really exciting. Lex, I have a golden question for you, okay? Can you tell us why should people buy the tokens?
Well, I think this is a great question and $1 million question, right? So ultimately, I have participated in about 250 IDOs so far in the last couple of years. I think there are essentially quite a few fundamental factors of why these IDO projects that I participated in goes into 50x or more, right? I think a lot of it drives down to a few key factors. First, do you have an extremely low market cap? 100,000 or 200,000 or below, because the lower the market cap is, the easier it is for the price of the tokens to increase, because the amount of investment required for increasing the price is relatively lesser as compared to a market cap of, let's say, $5 million or $10 million. All right. So for a $10 million market cap project, potentially you may need a couple of million of dollars to move the price. So that is the first thing. The second thing is more towards, do you have a ready product at launch? Do you allow your users to have some kind of a utility on your tokens? So for Bounty specifically, we actually have staking right now live already. You can stake your Bounty tokens and earn 20% APY. And of course, this is a means to an end, right? The purpose of you staking will be to participate in our quest, which we'll be announcing very shortly. What will be the quest that will be available for you to participate in straight away. Okay, and this will give you ability to earn our partners' cryptocurrencies and NFTs. So this is something extremely interesting and exciting for our token holders or our hunters. All right. Then subsequently, do you have a team that is very strong, experienced running it? Have they done this before? Then subsequently as well, do you have revenues? Fundamentally, are you strong? Can you survive the shock correction or the bear market? Right. So like what Desmond has already mentioned, we are proud to say that we have already generated about $300,000 in revenue thus far. So we are cash flow positive, we are profitable as compared to many other crypto projects that are just, a white paper as of launch. So I think these are the fundamentally key reasons why even someone like myself will participate in a IDO like Bounty's project. Thanks. Back to you, Fiona.
I gotta say that's a huge boost of confidence. Thanks, Lex, for sharing that with us. Now, I'm sure that the people who are tuning in are also curious to find out, is the entire Bounty ecosystem self-sustaining?
Yeah, definitely. I think we have engineered the whole Bounty ecosystem to be self-sustaining in the sense that first, we are not utilizing our own tokens as a means of inflationary token. So we only have a small amount of a portion of our token supply added into the staking contracts. And what this means is when you are doing a staking on Bounty's ecosystem, you're not getting like 1,000 or 10,000 APY as compared to those decentralized exchanges or those projects that has very high emission rates, right? For us, we are taking it as a very long-term conservative approach, and these staking rewards will last at least 1 or 2 years. Of course, in the meantime, what we'll do with our revenues is we'll do buybacks of Bounty tokens, and we'll top up our staking contracts. So this helps to increase the lifespan of our staking rewards pool, and also help to make this token and economy deflationary, right? So that's first point. The second key point is, like what I mentioned earlier on, I think it's very important for a project to be cash flow positive and to be generating revenue. Because what this means is we don't necessarily have to raise funds anymore. We don't have to be panicking about our payrolls. We can continue to build our project, our platform, our ecosystem, our user base in a long term. So we don't have to necessarily think about how do we cover our own expenses? Can we survive in the short term? And do we need to sell our own tokens in order to fuel or fund our company? I think all these are important points that are crucial when we're thinking about a project fundamentally like a business.
Yeah, and also Lex, can you tell us, the pop-up at the bottom of the screen, the countdown that was making all of us very anxious earlier on. We're saying the bounty tokens, the countdown to being available on ApeSwap. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, definitely. We actually went with a different way of listing. I think a lot of people would be familiar with PancakeSwap listing. I think ApeSwap is the second largest decentralized exchange on a BNB chain. And we are having an exclusive launch on ApeSwap. And the reason why is because we have relatively close relationship with the ApeSwap community and team. And with that being said, they will be helping us with some level of marketing. And also subsequently, we will be doing an announcement very soon within the next couple of days between what we'll be doing with ApeSwap itself. So do stay tuned and subscribe to our Telegram announcement channel. This will be quite huge for not just the Bounty community, but also the ApeSwap community. Thanks.
So now I'm also sure, right, that everyone wants to know whether do we allow suggestions and feedback from the community, and our users allowed in the decision-making process, and do you put your community into consideration? Lex, do you want to help us out with?
Yeah, definitely. So I think DAO is like the newest or the latest kind of company structure that a lot of people are into, whereby the actions and the thoughts are actually decentralized across the board, and the decision making as well. So for us, we work very closely with a group of our community, our insiders, where they will give us direct feedback of our product, of our community, of our progress, and then from there we take them extremely seriously. So same goes for our quest, right? We actually work with them very closely to figure out what are the things that the community actually wants and demands, whether it's the gaming community, whether it's the tokens and crypto community. We ensure that this is something that we want to keep ourselves ahead in terms of the competition, and make sure that we are building something of value that our customers really, really want.
And just in time, I think we have a question coming in that's asking about Bounty's business and revenue model. Oh, okay, we're back onto revenue again. So I'm going to have to direct this back to our CBDO. Desmond, do you want to take this question for us?
Sure, Fiona. Seems like I cannot let the secret sauce stay too secret for a long time here. Okay, guys. So thanks for the questions for the community. First, let me reiterate that Bounty's business model is, simply put, we're assisting Web3 games with gamers acquisition and gamers retention, right? So what we do is to customize bespoke goes-to-market strategy to raise games awareness and also gamers acquisition. And the way we go about doing that is, like I mentioned earlier, at the earlier part of this session, we do a 3-stage approach. And stage 1 is essentially a KOL and also going through our community leaders approach. We work with, like many other crypto projects, we work with KOLs to drum up the awareness of a particular game. We also have more than 300 over esports organizers, community leaders, and behind everyone has about 250 to 500 supporters. So these supporters then come at the helm of this internship. The internship basically leads the conversation and helps to raise awareness for this game project that we then bring in. So that's stage 1. And what is interesting is we integrate then stage 1 into the stage 2 process, where we are coming up with the Bounty Academy. We're launching the Academy towards the end of this month. Bounty Academy strive to help distill the game essence of different Web3 projects into bite-sized video formats. They are localized to the native language of these different gamers, right? So if it's in Indonesia, it'll be in Bahasa, all right? If it's in the Philippines, you're going out in Tagalog, so on and so forth. Again, with the Southeast Asia approach, because this is our backyard, we're based in Singapore, and we know this space really well. So that's where this is the stage 2, where it aims to then convert. It's a conversion machine to convert Web2 gamers into Web3. At the end of this academy, we also have quiz to ensure that every gamer comes out as a successful graduate, right? Graduate in that sense. And then followed into step 3 of the process, which is the part that I'm most interesting and most excited about. So step 3 is the esports or the quest element. This is where we go in and we do targeted quests towards gamers, right, to perform certain actions for these Web3 projects in an effort for retention, all right. Also, the esports space is where this is a part where we could then dive into constructing esports structure for different games. So depending on where these games are, if they already have an esports element set up, then it's very easy for us to come in and say, let's take this piece out, and then we can put this on the stream, put in the shoutcaster, we have sensationalized the content, put it out to the public forum, and then we attract public interest. We also attract the gamers to retain towards their game. Now, if the game they do not have an esports element built in, then our team would then come in and look into their game and see which are the part that we could perhaps slice and dice and lift up as an competitive element piece that we could put into the game stream similarly to once again drum up the awareness and the retention of these different gamers. Now, why do we think the esports element is important? Because across the past 5 years, being in the traditional Web2 esports scene, we've seen how the gamers population in the whole world is huge, right? It's 2.7, 2.8 billion amount of gamers. But when you always look into the gaming industry, it is always esports that's kind of leading the forefront, right? The esports are always like they're talking about the media partners, they're talking about the pro teams, they're talking about this huge prize pool from this tournament, etc., etc. It's always esports that's leading. It's the pinnacle of the gaming industry. So it's our belief that in the Web3 space, if they want to achieve mass adoption, the esports approach is one that we have to go and look into. And this is where Bounty can really come in to help you out, right? The esports space, you have different tournaments, you have prize pool from millions of dollars to hundreds of thousands to tens of thousands to those community in hundreds of dollars as well. So I think where Bounty is, our strength lies in really the mass right at the bottom of this pie. And we're able to come in and help construct this piece and help Web3 games then be able to move into this space. And then we can layer on top the medias, we can layer on top sponsorships, collaborations from the endemic and non-endemic brands from the non-crypto space as well. So I think these are all the different elements that we're very interested in, and we can help the Web3 games get to this mass adoption phase. So that's all the secret, Fiona. Back to you.
Thank you for finally spilling that out. Took 2 questions for us to get to that secret sauce. And also, I have another question coming in, right? This one is to ask about Bounty Hunter being a hybrid app. So what is the hybrid app about? Can you tell us its capabilities? So I'm going to direct this question back to you again, Desmond.
Sure. I'll take this question. I think thanks a lot first for this question. I think whoever asked this was reading our white paper for sure. So I'll just give a very brief answer. So what we have done before was a traditional esports tournament platform, right? So we have the traditional esports tournament platform allows organizers to head up and within minutes create a tournament for players to participate. Players could come in, could register, they could put in their details, they could pay up for the registration fees, they could facilitate payment of prizes to the gamers and the winners thereafter, include scoreboards, information. So that's what we have done as a tech piece, right? And that Andre has done together with his team. Now, the next phase of Bounty Hunter we're looking at, this piece is the crypto piece where Web3 meets Web2. And earlier on, I talked about the step 1, 2, 3, stage 1, 2, 3, the conversion process, the ability for gamers to partake in esports tournaments backed by cryptocurrency, the ability to partake in quests. So these are the different features, the staking features that we're launching as well. So all these are the other features on Bounty Hunters that will then converge both together. So ultimately, you will see a platform where Web 2 and Web 3 meets, whether it's games, gamers, or publishers. Back to you, Fiona.
Okay, so now I think we have time for one last question, and I'm going to pick this one last question that will beautifully summarize the entire AMA. So what are the key objectives and milestones that you aim to achieve in 2022? Okay, I think it's safe to say that Bounty Hunter has a great Q2 start in 2022, but maybe I'll leave it up to Lex to tell us more about what he has planned out for Bounty Hunter.
Sure. Thank you, Fiona. So we strongly believe as a company that we need to have targets and goals very clearly set up for the team. It's just like a GPS. If you don't have the end direction or the end goal set in your GPS, you'll be aimlessly wandering around. So for us, we have set ourselves 3 key goals. First is a revenue target of $10 million by end of this year. Good luck, Desmond. The second one is the token holders. So with our initial launch across 8 launch pads, we expect to have about 8,000 to 15,000 token holders. And of course, by end of this year, we want to onboard 250,000 gamers onto our platform from our bounty.io right now into our crypto platform, bountyhunter.io. And that would mean that we would have between 250,000 to 300,000 token holders by end of this year. So that's our next key target. And then finally, I think the last one will be more towards the product roadmap. And we want to ensure that we keep close and tight in terms of the timeline that we have set within our white paper in our deck, that we will achieve these goals in terms of hitting the launchpad targets, hitting the NFT launches, the gamers profile. So all these key features are all estimated and all added into our product roadmap. And we want to keep extremely tight and ensure that we deliver that to them and our community on time and on target and at the highest quality ever. So good luck, Andre. All right, so I believe we have come to a close. I really appreciate all your time and support so far. We'll be continuing to be working hard and providing you with a lot of earning opportunities via Bounty Hunter. Stay tuned. We have a lot of quest announcements coming up. So if you are thinking of releasing some of your tokens, please don't. I think you should stake it and make sure that you start earning your yield. And once you stake your bounty tokens, you will be automatically being able to qualify for this attractive quest. And I'm pretty sure you will make your money worth by staking and joining our quest. All right, back to you, Fiona. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Lex, for wrapping up the AMA so nicely. And also a big thank you to Desmond, Ryan, and Andrew for being part of the AMA as well. But before we go, I think we have some demos to do first to tell you a little bit more about how you can go about utilizing the features on Bounty Hunter. But also, I want to share with you that we have a giveaway, that is actually live right now already. So here's how you can go about doing it, okay? The price that we're giving away is 5,000 USDC to 10 lucky winners. So here's how you can go about. So step number 1, you have to follow us on Twitter first at bounty_hunter. And then if you're not on our Telegram group yet, what are you waiting for? So please join us there for the latest announcements at Bounty Hunter Official. And make sure you purchase a minimum of $50 worth of bounty tokens. And then you need to show us your proof of purchase by attaching your wallet address on our gleam.io. So the announcement of the winners will be held pretty soon on 15th of April 2022. And I want to wish all of you guys good luck for our giveaway. Okay, so now let's take a look at the demo for P2P Quest purchase and staking. Take it over.
Hello hunters, I'm Lex, CEO of Bounty Hunter, where gamers hunt for gold. Let me go through with you our one-pager. Bounty Hunter finds the next Axie Infinity and organizes quests in a form of a tournament or events for you to participate, play, and earn. Bounty tokens needs to be purchased and staked in order for you to qualify for our limited edition quest. Since 2019, we have registered 250,000 gamers, hosted 3,000 tournaments, and facilitated $300,000 in prize money. We have also raised more than 3.3 million from prominent lists of investors from varying industries and background. About my team, we have been building Bounty since 2017, and over time assembled a dream team of 36 individuals with diverse and complementary skill sets. So here are our tokenomics. What I would like to highlight most is that we have an extremely low initial market cap of $125,000 at launch. And finally, these are our hunter tiers, ranging from 500 bounty in the noob tier to 500 in the OG tier. Essentially, the more bounty you stake, the higher your chances are for getting selected for our quest. Thank you for your time and attention. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Hello hunters, my name is Lex. I'm the CEO of Bounty Hunter, where gamers hunt for gold. Today, I'll be doing a quick demo of our peer-to-peer exchange. If you head over to bountyhunter.io/P2P, this is what you will see. This exchange helps you to exchange your fiat and cryptocurrencies easily via the dealers in Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, or Philippines. You can toggle between BUSD, BNB, or Bounty. This will be the price that you see, but it will not be the exact price, as you will need to speak to the dealer directly for the actual price during that day. You will be able to see what will be the dealer's name and which country he's from, as well as the buying limits for this specific dealer. You can also look at the different payment modes and payment types that this dealer accepts. As this is a demo, we only have the Indonesian dealer at the moment. So if you are interested to make the purchase, click on Buy Now and enter in your personal information. After which, you can click Next to look at the different communication channels you can have with the dealer. Do also take note of the active time of this dealer, and in this case, it will be from 7 a.m. in the morning to 8 p.m. in the evening. So that's it. Happy trading. Hello hunters, I'm Lex, CEO of Bounty Hunter, where gamers hunt for gold. Today, I'll be doing a quick demo of our feature Quest. Head over to bountyhunter.io, and this is what you would see. Hover over the top navigation bar for Quest, and you will have a drop-down of different quests that are available right now. So let's check out DeFi Warrior's quest. So over at the top, you'll be able to see the title of this quest, as well as a short description of what this quest is about. You can also look at our official trailer and to understand a little bit more about this quest. And to the right, you'll be able to see the total prize pool or the rewards they'll be getting for participating in this quest. And in this case, we are giving away a total of $19,500 in DeFi Warriors tokens and NFTs. As this tournament has already concluded, the timer has really stopped moving. You can check out more details about this quest and DeFi Warrior via this description. And if you scroll down lower, you'll be able to look at the different tasks that you need to do within this quest. So first up, you need to follow DeFi Warriors Twitter page, join their Telegram channel, and as well as Discord channel. And lastly, you will need to join Bounty Hunter's Discord channel as well. And you can check out the FAQs to find out more information about this quest or about DeFi Warrior. And finally, you need to fill up the form on the right. So that's it. this is the information that you need to provide for participating in our quest. Moving forward, we will be having a lot more quests by different crypto gaming partners that will be onboarding to our platform. We look forward to having you participate in our new and upcoming quest. Thank you. Hello hunters, I'm Lex, CEO of Bounty Hunter, where gamers hunt for gold. Today, I'll be teaching you how to buy bounty tokens over at ApeSwap. So head over to apeswap.finance and this is what you will see. And then go over to Exchange and click on this drop-down list. So during the mainnet launch, you can actually search for bounty and the token would appear here. However, this is just a demo. We will not be seen over here at this token list at the moment. So what you need to do is to enter in bounty tokens contract address into this search box, and then bounty tokens will actually appear. And do also note that this contract address here is not the exact one that you will see on the mainnet. Click on import, and I understand to import the tokens. So right now, bounty tokens is available to trade using your tokens in your wallet address right now. In my case, I have BNB, and I'd like to trade 0.01 BNB to bounty tokens. And once you are happy with the exchange rates, click on swap. Click on confirm swap. And then your Metamask wallet will appear, and click on confirm to proceed. So right now, your transaction will be submitted onto the blockchain. You can add bounty to your Metamask to track the number of bounty tokens in your wallet. And then subsequently, the transaction will be completed within a few seconds and you'll receive your bounty tokens. All right, so that's it. Happy trading, guys. Thank you.
Hello hunters, I'm Lex, CEO of Bounty Hunter, where gamers hunt for gold. Today, I'll be doing a demo of the staking functions on Bounty Hunter's website. So let's go. If you head over to bountyhunter.io/staking, this is what you will see. So because this is currently still on testnet, the information here are just demo information. And if you go over to the left side of the table, you would see the single site staking of Bounty, where the APY is 20%. Since I've already connected my wallet, the website is able to check my balances in my current wallet address. So if I'm interested to stake all my Bounty tokens, I'm going to click on Max and allow staking so that the application will approve my contract. After waiting a few seconds, you'll be able to stake your Bounty tokens onto the application. So after clicking on stake and confirmed, your Bounty tokens will be eventually logged in via our smart contract, and you'll be starting to earn Bounty tokens on your staking contracts. And over to the LP tokens, after you have add liquidity on ApeSwap between Bounty and BNB, you will receive the Ape tokens in your wallet. So right now I have 24 Ape tokens. I can also stake them to earn 100% APY on my Ape tokens. And since I've already approved my contracts previously, I'm just going to stake it right now. So this is done. Let me do a quick refresh to see how we can unstake the tokens. Let me connect my wallet address. As you can see, I've already added in my stake tokens on this website. Right now, the application can see that I have already staked 140,000 bounty tokens. And if I'd like to unstake them, I can click on Max and unstake. I can also look at the details to see how many tokens I have staked and how many bounty tokens I can unstake and also claim in terms of the rewards. But do take note that there is a fee, a penalty fee, if you wish to unstake your bounty tokens early. And if it's less than the 2 weeks since you first staked your bounty tokens or your LP tokens, you'll be receiving a 25% penalty fee. So do take note of this and stake longer than 8 weeks in order to not be subjected to any of the penalties. Alright, similarly to the LP tokens, you can also check how many LP tokens have you staked. And then if you wish to unstake them, you can unstake them right here. Alright, I'm just going to leave it as it is without unstaking. So the purpose for you to stake bounty is to be able to qualify for our quest. And if you recall, the more bounty tokens you stake on our contract, the higher your chances are to get selected for our quest. Alright, so that's it. Thank you so much for your time and attention. If you have any questions on the staking functions or how do you qualify for Quest, feel free to reach out to our community of moderators or even myself. We'll be happy to address them. Happy farming and staking. Thank you.
All right, guys, I hope that the demos were useful to you and you managed to find out how you can use and also use the functions on Bounty Hunter. And I want to say a big, big thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in today. And also to Lex, Desmond, Andre, and Ryan once again for sitting on the AMA today and taking all the questions. Now, before we go, I still have a quick few reminders for you guys. So first up, we have our giveaway that will be ending on the 15th of April. That's when we're announcing the winners. So what we're giving away is 5,000 USDC to 10 lucky winners. And if you missed out on the giveaway mechanics earlier, I'm going to share it with you guys now. So make sure you're following us on Twitter at bounty_hunter and join our Telegram group at Bounty Hunter Official, and you need to purchase a minimum of $50 worth of bounty tokens, and then attach your wallet address for proof of purchase on our gleam.io. Okay, and also our bounty tokens are now available on ApeSwap. All right, so head over there and get yourself some bounty tokens. All right, so we've come to the end of today's super listing event. Everybody say bye. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys soon.